Penske Fords. A little bit of bump drafting here as Austin Cindric gives Ryan Blaney's number 12 a little shove down the straightaway. We're hearing a lot of code words over the radio, drivers talking in code and crew chiefs, and our reporter's been up and down pit road trying to find out from anybody, when do you want to pit? And everybody is zip-lipped.
We need the chat room. We need the code password. You think that, what would your password be?
Caution. No hands waving down the back straightaway.
You caused a lot of cautions.
And here we go.
Finish here.
Hand out the window. Larson.
Make sure you wait. Let it peek. Now he's back in line.
All right, Clinton, here we go. Let the game begin.
Fords are staying out. The rest of them are coming.
And the whole inside line comes to pit road. Regan.
Like at the start of this lap, Daniel Suarez was told to gap it out as far as he could, meaning try to stretch the lead out to give them a little bit of extra time if something goes a little slower, or if they need that time to continue to maintain the lead. Gas only for him.
Oh, Hamlin overshot his box.
All the Chevys and all the Toyotas come to pit road.
There you see a mistake by Denny Hamlin. Slid into the box, got over the line.
Jamie.
Yeah, you saw that mistake right there. Denny Hamlin's radio, they said, just keep riding, go for it. We're almost at our number. Right then, they came down pit road, but he made that mistake, had a little hiccup. But Anthony Alfredo, Mike, is another one I've been watching. Great job by him tonight. He's going to come in for fuel as well. And we have more peeling off.
Here comes half the Fords, and then the other half's coming next time.
And the Fords kind of split it in half. Oh my gosh, too fast exiting. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, John Hunter Nemechek.
Kyle Larson,
Regan.
Like the 12 car, Ryan Blaney complaining about the car actually bouncing too much early on in the race when he was in the pack out front. No complaints. Again, gas only for him as we expected.
So half the Fords pit on this lap, the other half the second lap. Just as you wished would happen.
You told us that you thought 10 was maybe too many.
Yeah, and that had to be something that they all had talked about, and now they have split that group into a small four group at the end right here with these four Fords that are left.
And they weren't very efficient with it either. They weren't really nose to tail. Probably lost some speed with that lap.
And that's what we talked about, losing the speed when the transition happens with everybody coming to pit road. You see the mistakes on pit road, but the guys getting in and out of their pit stalls, and now you see the field really, really spread out. Want to watch these the racetrack trying to get those lanes to have to zig and zag as much as they can. And you see now that he has disorganized this group enough to where he's going to be able to keep up with that pack.
They did a way better job than everybody else staying connected.
Look at these guys.
That's going to slow them down.
Well, Chris Buescher got up in the top lane, and Brad Keselowski was in the middle lane to block those guys as they were running. And that was a really aggressive block right there.
Slam as Suarez.
He took Keselowski out.
Keselowski, and Bowman is a victim as well.
That's that block you were talking about. Broke that group up.
The closing rate.
In the end, that's just the chance the front of the pack there.
Really started before that.
They checked that line up right there. And then it starts to, you see Daniel Suarez checked up, Alex Bowman got into the back of him, and it just that accordion, when they check up like that, you can't see. The further that you get back, it becomes harder and faster. To
the upper hand when the numbers come down to it.
It's going to get wild.
Pace cars in. We'll have 7 laps to go as Buescher and Cindric bring them back to green.
7 to go.
Player down there on the bottom with the 4-car, Noah Gregson. Haven't mentioned his name tonight, but he is up at the front of the pack, and we know he will be aggressive, Clay.
Yes.
Good to see that.
Not back out of the throttle, that's for sure. Really liking the spot that Corey LaJoie is in, racing for his way into this Daytona 500. He's in a really good spot. Good predicament with company on both sides of him.
And LaJoie's aggressive, but he doesn't have to win this. He just has to be the first open car to finish.
Well, I think with his position right there, he's in a position to win the race. I know that the big goal is to try to just make the race, but I think